It's time for My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball.
Jell-O, everybody.
Yes, it's the Gay Family series starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning. Transcribed and brought to you by the Jell-O family of desserts.
J-E-L-L. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O puddings.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O tapioca puddings. Yes, sirree.
And now, Lucille Ball with Richard Denning as Liz and George Cooper. Two people who live together and like it. And now, let's look in on the Coopers. It's morning, and we find them at breakfast.
George, do you mind if I read at the breakfast table for once? This book is so fascinating, I can't put it down.
What kind of a book is it?
It's all about numerology.
Oh, that stuff. That's a lot of nonsense.
It is not. You ought to read the book yourself, Five.
5?
That's your name in numerology. I just figured it out.
Oh, no.
Would you join me in another cup of 2?
Now, wait just a minute. Before this thing gets out of hand, I think we better nip it in the 3.
Oh, watch your language.
Liz, you'll have to admit this numerology stuff is bunk.
Now, George, numbers are very important. Why, some number may be influencing my life right now.
Yeah, come to think of it, I know a number that's not only influencing your life, it's threatening it right this minute.
What's that?
3850.
3850?
Yeah, that's the amount you were overdrawn last month.
Oh, I was?
Yes, what's numerology have to say about that?
Well, let's see now. See, you add them up. 3850, 3 and 8 are 10, and add 5 makes 18. Then you add the numbers in 18. 1 and 1 and 8 make 9.
Well?
Here's $9. Call it even.
Oh, no.
Well, it was a good try. Really, George, numerology is important. For instance, even your name has to be right for you, or it might ruin your life. For all you know, you might be going through life with the wrong name.
Forget it.
Now, keep quiet, and I'll figure out the right one for you. Let's see. 2 and 3 are 5, and G is 6. See, it'll be better if you're something besides 5. It'll help our vibrations.
Liz, aren't you happy with the way I vibrate?
Quiet. Now we need a 4, and E is 2. There. That's the perfect name. Uh-oh.
What is it?
Genevieve.
Well, it'll be novel. Of course, you'll have to buy towels marked hers and hers.
I don't understand it.
Look, let's just leave it the way it is. Call me 5.
Yeah, well, maybe that is best.
Now, would you mind if I had breakfast? I'd like some eggs, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. 7!
I was afraid of that.
Yes, 3.
5 would like some 16s, please.
2 or 3, 5.
2, 7.
All right, and here's the mail. Mr. 6 just brought it.
Mr. 6?
Oh, he's the new mailman. She doesn't know him well enough to call him just by his number.
Oh, and is he mad? When he was delivering mail next door, he got bit.
No. Did that 9 bite him?
Right in the 12.
Oh, dear. And his legs were so important to him.
Now, that's enough.
I'll get your 16.
Say, here's a letter from our landlord. I hope he isn't raising the rent.
How can he? We have a lease.
Yeah, I know, but the lease is up the 15th of the month. Uh-oh. Just what I was afraid of.
What's the matter?
He's raising our rent to $250 a month.
$250 a month? That's more than double.
Gee, I didn't think Mr. Curry had that much nerve.
Oh, it isn't Mr. Curry. It's that domineering wife of his. She did this.
Liz, she's been dead for 5 years.
That wouldn't stop her.
If you've got all your buttons, the woman isn't living.
I know it, but he won't make a single move without her advice. She calls him every day on the Ouija board.
Oh. Oh, now, Liz.
Honestly, he really believes that stuff.
Well, what's the difference? It won't help us.
Wait a minute, George. According to Numerology, this is one of our lucky days. Hey, why not ask Mr. Curry to come over tonight? Maybe we can talk him out of it.
Okay, that's a good idea. Oh, say, I'd better go. I'll be late for the bank.
Okay, goodbye, Five.
Huh? Oh, goodbye.
Just a minute. Why do you have that strange smile on your face?
I was just thinking of a cute little 4 I used to know.
Why, George...
Only teasing, honey. Give me a kiss.
Well, all right. You know, George, you're a 5 and I'm a 3. I guess that's why we make such beautiful 8s together.
Now, Liz, when Mr. Curry gets here, let me do the talking. I think this Ouija board stuff is just a neat excuse for raising the rent.
Can't I even put in a word edgewise?
No.
But I got so many nice, thin little words that would just fit in edgewise.
I'm sorry, Liz, but I want to handle this in my own way. Now, you keep out of it.
Oh, 6-3.
What?
That's my way of calling you names, and you'll never know what it means either. 9-1.
And a 4-7 to you.
Oh, what you said.
I'll get it. Well, good evening, Mr. Curry.
Oh, hello, Mr. Cooper.
Hello, Mr. Curry. How are you?
Oh, fine, thanks. I'm sorry I'm late. Just as I was leaving the house, I had a call from my wife, Bernice.
Oh. Well, how is she? Was she? How'd the old girl feel?
Liz doesn't quite know how to ask about her, Mr. Curry. She thought maybe the weather down there might... or up there, or wherever she is, might disagree with her.
It wouldn't dare.
Well, Mr. Curry, I guess you know why we asked you to come over.
Oh, I can guess.
Well, we feel this new rent you're asking is too high.
So do I. But Bernice insists on getting it.
Bernice? What'd she do? Find a way to take it with her?
No, but I think she's working on it.
Mr. Curry, if you raise the rent that high, we'll simply have to move.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's too bad, too. This address was just perfect. 321 Bundy comes out 6, and that's just the right vibration for George and me.
Oh, you study numerology?
Yes. Do you?
I'm a 1.
I'm a 3.
I'm a 5.
We're all odd, aren't we? Don't answer that, George.
Bernice was the 1, too. The first time I ever met her, I said, "Are you 1?" And she said, "Yes, are you 1, too?" and then we got married.
Well, it was the same way with Liz and me.
Really?
Yeah, only she was 9 and I was 8 and we were 17.
Now stop that, George Cooper.
Mr. Cooper, you may not believe in numerology, but I do. And so does Bernice. We were talking about it just the other night. She called me on the upstairs Ouija.
You know, I've been thinking, Mr. Curry, do you suppose you could have made a mistake in Bernice's message? Maybe she meant to lower the rent.
You didn't know Bernice very well, did you? However, if you want, we can contact her again. I'll get my Ouija board out of the car.
You have one in the car?
Oh, yes, I always carry a Ouija board. Bernice is quite a backseat driver. I'll go get it. I'll be right back.
Of all the silly nonsense. Now what are we going to do, Liz?
We'll see what the old girl says this time.
Oh, don't tell me you believe in this Ouija board stuff, too.
Of course not, but I'm stronger than he is, and I can push the indicator wherever we want it.
Hey, quiet, here he comes.
Well, here's my Ouija board. Where should I put it?
Just bring it over here, Mr. Curry. We'll put it between us.
Oh, I'm so excited. I've never worked a board with anyone else before. I usually solo.
How many hours do you have in the air?
George, please, now, we have to have it quiet.
All ready? Now, we just put the tips of our fingers on the indicator. Just your fingertips, Mrs. Cooper. Don't grab it with both hands.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, here we go. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Are you there, Bernice? A, R, F.
F? What does that spell?
ARF. Maybe you contacted Rin Tin Tin.
It doesn't sound like Bernice. Must be some mistake. I think you're pushing too hard, Mrs. Cooper.
No, I'm not.
Well, let's try again. Are you there, Bernice?
It says yes.
Bernice, I want to ask you again. Should we raise the Cooper's rent? Bernice says yes.
Bernice says no.
You're pushing the indicator.
I am not.
Oh, wait. It's spelling out something. T-I-L?
Tilt.
You better let me try it alone, Mrs. Cooper. I think she's jealous of you.
Well, go ahead.
All right. Well, Bernice, what about the rent?
3 0 0. Uh-oh.
You have made her jealous. She raised the rent to $300.
300?
I'm sorry, Mr. Cooper. There's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, I had to open my big fat Ouija board.